Oh, that's so funny. I've got these little, there's this little fluff of hair coming on. So the reason is that last prep and after comp, I lost heaps of hair.
Did you?
Like it literally just fell out. Like, so prep can be quite stressful and you can lose hair, but had a lot of other...
Wait, what's the reason? Is it
had
stress?
a lot of, stress. So stress on the body. So that can happen through prep as well because it's, we're pushing the body, but had a lot of other external stresses and especially post-comp.
Yeah.
Like the month post-comp.
Yeah.
And even Rue was like, Kristy, your hair is just falling out everywhere.
Oh, wow. Yeah.
Anyway, so my health right now, like I'm just buzzing.
Yeah.
Like I feel so good. My skin is so good.
Yeah.
I even feel my eyesight is better.
Yeah, shit.
No, I'm serious, and we'll touch on this when my coach comes on because it's been incredible this last few months.
I was like, what have you been eating? Carrots?
I've changed diets, supplementation, everything, and I feel so good. But my hair is growing back, right?
Wow.
So much.
Yeah.
And when you see now how much is growing back, it's actually gobsmacking how much I lost, right?
Yeah.
I literally have a mullet, but I don't...
Ain't nothing hair extensions can't fix.
I don't care because I'm actually so excited about, like, you can see how much is like...
coming through. Yeah.
I'm actually so excited about how much it's growing.
Yeah.
And how much my health has just done a complete turnaround.
Crazy what stress does to the body. Yeah. Shit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, but yeah.
Onwards and upwards. I love it. Oh, well, anyway, let's get stuck into I was like, I've done the intro. Ready? Hi! Welcome to the Special K podcast. My name is Jules and this is Kristy Graham Kumabe. Soon I won't be able to do that anymore.
Don't pull a
bloody stomach muscle.
Yeah, no, don't do that.
No, I won't. No, trust me, that is the only exercise I'm getting right now. I'm not mad.
And putting the clothes away when you feel like it.
Yeah. Shocking. Our place is a bloody bomb site and the baby's not even here yet.
That's all right. Baby doesn't make much mess to start off with.
Thank goodness for that. Yeah, it's not the baby I'm worried about, it's my partner. Bloody hell, he's like a 2-year-old.
Oh gosh.
So in today's episode, we're going to be talking about imposter syndrome. Now, I think I discovered this maybe 10 years ago. Yeah, didn't realize that it was a thing, and didn't realize just how many other people actually suffer from imposter syndrome. I did as a radio announcer because I was an on-air personality, and so yeah, I did, and I knew it was unspoken about as well too, with other radio people, but I was surprised to hear that it's also in the bodybuilding world as well.
Big time bodybuilding fitness industry. I think it's big time. Yeah.
Now, if you don't,
I think it's in any industry. It just depends on who you are and what you do and what sort of person you are and how you challenge yourself as well.
This is just before we go any further, for those that don't know what imposter syndrome is, this is the Urban Dictionary definition.
I'm interested to I'm very interested to hear this.
It's essentially when you portray, when you're, putting out there the person that you are or the person that you want to be or something like that, but you don't feel like you're living up to that standard, and you feel that judgment from people, and you feel like you're a fake, essentially. It's a bloody very real thing, and it doesn't even have to be when you're on a platform. There's people that just have it in normal life where they're they're a different person from being inside the house to being outside with their friends, and then you can get it that way. So it's not just for platformers. But anyway, continue. That's the Jules Dictionary.
I think it's when you start to become something or someone in whatever area of life it is, even becoming a mum. am I worthy of this?
Yeah.
Like, do I deserve this? Am I good enough? Do I, you start to question so much. And other people look at you and, go, well, yeah. Look what you've achieved. Look what you know. Look what you do. Look what what are you like, this and that? And you're like, oh, yeah, but, not there yet. Quick example, and actually a girlfriend of mine asked us to talk about this.
Okay.
And this come from someone who watches the podcast and said, Kristy, can you please, because we've talked about this before, and I want you and Juelz, because Juelz will definitely be able to talk about it as well.
Yeah.
So this has actually come from a viewer. Can you please talk about imposter syndrome, recognition, giving recognition, receiving, being able to receive recognition, and actually put it out there and recognize yourself. And be okay with that. Be a little bit egotistic. Be a little bit cocky with it still being humble. Yeah.
There's a fine line too.
You know what? It's a fine line, but I think it's doable, and I think it's important. Yeah. But you know what? That's only a very, very, very recent mindset that I have taken on. Like, I'm talking very recently. And probably since I've since I turned pro, I came back and I didn't get much recognition.
We spoke about this
and we spoke about that, and I sort of passed it off. There was a lot going on and whatever, and I passed it off, and I think I dealt with that lack of recognition or anything like that by thinking, okay, well, maybe it's not a bigger deal as I thought it was. Does that make sense? So I don't know if I did that on purpose or not. I dampened it myself. And then a little bit of time going on, like people say to me, no, Kristy, that's it's a huge achievement. What you've done over the last years is huge. I'm like, oh, yeah. And straight away I say, and I still say it, I've still got so much work to do. I've still got so far to go. Like, I'm not there yet. Like, straight away, it's like, not enough, right? But to stop and smell the roses and actually go, I do have a belt now. That was a little thing too that just went, whoa, like, IFBB Pro, I did actually achieve that. And now I'm starting to give myself a little bit of recognition. And go, okay, like, this is what you've been working hard towards. But then on the other side, I'm like, but it's not good enough yet. Like, it's not, I'm not there yet. Like, it's not good enough to be, like the podcast, it's not, I don't know enough, or I don't have enough to talk about, or this or that. So it's really hard it is a fine line, isn't it? It's hard to go, like, this is me and this is what I've achieved and I'm so good. Like, to, like, I'm not there yet and I've still got so far to go and whatever. But other people are like, no, what you've achieved is incredible. Like when I talk about you on the radio, like, everyone knows you.
We've had that conversation.
When I wake up and the first thing I want to listen to is Juelz on the radio.
No, not anymore. See, look at me. I'm like doing. Yeah, I know. It's a weird thing, and I learned very early on that because I remember. And for those that don't know, like my backstory in getting into radio, it took me a long time. It took me a long time, and it worked very, very hard to get where I needed to get to. And I was shit, and I was shit on a public platform and in my hometown. So everyone knew me beforehand, before getting on air. And then getting on air with no training, could barely string a sentence together and put my life on air was fucking horrifying, and it was bad. It was shit. But I knew that's what I had to do. There was only one way I was going to get better, and that was just to do it on that public platform, cop that criticism, because I knew that one day you will get there. But I knew that I had to block everything out, and what I did do was block out good and bad.
Yes.
So you would have had to do this as well too. So in 100%. Order to believe in yourself, well, this is what I had to do. I had to put so much, like 110,000% behind myself that but whether someone said whether they loved me or whether someone said they hated me, I took it the same. Thanks, no worries at all. At the end of the day, you know who I am. That's what I was like. If you hate me, you still know who I am. So it doesn't matter.
So I think that's where, like, even when you get given recognition, you almost reject it.
Yeah.
Isn't it? Like it's a harder. I know I struggled to take on that recognition or being recognized for your achievements. Yeah. It's really hard.
I've got a little trick for you. And a content director said this to me because I was having problems with starting to be like, oh, your Juelz on the radio. And I would downplay myself and sometimes even just go and lie and go, no, that's not me. No, that's another Juelz. Or, or I'll go, yeah, that's me. But I'm still really shit. I'm really shit, and I was putting myself down and my content director said to me, imagine you, like, who's your favorite person in the world? And at the time it was probably Nelly, the singer, right?
Nelly Furtado.
No, Nelly the rapper.
Oh, Nelly. I was like,
with
which
the band,
Nelly?
Nelly
the. We're both old.
Yeah. And she said, imagine if you saw him in a nightclub and you went up to him and you said, oh my God, you're Nelly. And he goes, nah. Do you know it's him? And if he goes, yeah, it's me, but I'm really shit. But all of his songs are your favorite songs. You're idolizing this person, and and they're downplaying themselves. You're going to walk away going, what am I like? That was not the person that I've had there. So when people do recognize you and go and acknowledge the achievement that you've done, it's really important to go to acknowledge, like, their acknowledgement and to go, thank you, like the gratitude of like, thank you so much. I really appreciate it. You can talk about, it's been a fucking hard journey. It's still going, but thank you so much. I really appreciate it, because you got to think, how nerve-wracking it is to go up to someone, right?
Yeah.
And this is another thing as well too. Most people get nervous doing it with someone they know, and they know it's them. If someone's recognizing you from Instagram or from the bodybuilding world, and they've only seen you on screen, and then they go, they're like, oh, that's Kristy Graham. Like, I know that's Kristy Graham. They're still going to be like, oh, but I haven't actually seen her in real person, so I don't know if it actually is. And they will still balk at it. So for someone to actually approach you is a huge thing.
Yeah.
So it is really important to go to, acknowledge them and to not make them feel like they've made a mistake of approaching you. Yeah, so that's a way to deal with it.
That's so good. And realizing that you get just as much from it as they getting it from it too.
Yeah.
So we talked last weekend, went down to my brother's wedding, right? And I got stopped at the airport. And I got stopped in the street.
Yeah.
And I got stopped like at my brother's, the night before the wedding. We were talking and someone was like, oh, I seen you down the street, like, blah, blah, blah. Like, I actually follow you on Instagram. But I couldn't believe, I didn't think, like, what are you doing here?
Yeah.
And it was such an eye-opener for me how much I got from it as well. Like, flip side. Like, so I was exactly what you were saying, so grateful because it opened my eyes to my achievements.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, no, I know what you mean. But I'm just more like, I hate that you have to see that in other people to be able to see that in yourself. Like, you have to.
But I think, does that come back to because we've shut it off? So that we can just keep going, just shut it off.
Yeah.
And that could be a downside to and it just makes me reflect on a lot of ways that I approach different things, So straight away when you say about, like, you're so focused about your goals and whatever, I said, before I achieve one, I set the next.
Yeah.
I don't stop and celebrate.
Yeah.
I never had.
Yeah, I don't think I've ever celebrated radio achievements either.
So you're so just like, right, next. So you don't celebrate yourself. You don't give yourself recognition. So when someone actually stops you, makes you stop, and they're like, oh my gosh, like, congratulations on last year, like that was incredible, and like can't wait to see what you're doing this year. You're sort of like, oh, wow, okay, yeah, thank you, like, so exactly what you were saying. Like, I stopped so many times and just went, thank you, wow. But I definitely do play down. Someone says, like, like, are you a bodybuilder? I go, yeah. And they're like, and like, we can obviously see there's more there. Yeah. They're like, so are you a pro? I'm like, yeah.
It can
and that's
be
how
awkward.
I would have before, but like exactly what you're saying. So when I went away, and then just yesterday, I got invited to go down to a gym in Brisbane for their open community day. And they're like, we'd love to have you here. Like, we want your energy here and whatever. And I went down, and I think it was so great that the couple of weekends before, I'd had my eyes open to how much it does for people when you actually open up and say, thank you, like, I really appreciate it, and this is what I'm doing, and like having you, thanks for following me, like, and actually give them the real version of you. They just, like, the messages I got was like, oh my gosh, I've just had the best day, it was so great to meet you, and you're actually chatty, like, you're funny, like, you're down to earth, you're whatever.
Because the majority of the videos they're seeing is you just lifting weights heavy.
And being
like,
on
stage.
Crazy, or being on stage. So, but it is definitely, that imposter syndrome is so real.
Oh, it really is. Yeah.
But I think it's so important to recognize people's achievements. So important. Like what we're saying with the boys, you know, like lifting or whatever. Like, straight on, like, I'm so proud of you. Like, that's so good. Congratulations. You know, make a deal of it. If someone works hard at something, make a deal of it. Like, if you're actually proud of someone, make a deal of it. Tell them you're proud of them. Recognize their achievements.
Is this something new that you've, like, had?
Yeah.
I'm guessing you must have been cut off from it, like, as far as, like, that feeling of, or, you know, if you didn't see it before, you know what I mean?
I don't know, like, if I was
putting it.
I've cut myself from it, or I've been cut off from it, or controlled from not getting out there or whatever. But I'm really putting myself out now, and I'm just loving talking to people and sharing. So, and it's funny once you start.
You should be a radio announcer.
Oh, sure. But okay, so my coach last weekend or the weekend before, he went and did, and I mean, you guys will meet him soon.
Can't wait for him to get on.
I just have to make sure he speaks English.
What do you mean?
He's so freaking smart. Probably use his lingo.
Oh, you mean layman terms.
And we'll be like, huh?
Yeah. So I won't be hot. You'll see the look on my face.
In English. Yeah, but, you know, so he went and did these presentations over a whole weekend with, it was an educational thing, whatever. And I've always said to my husband, I would love to speak. Like, I'd love to share. I'd love to, like, if I have something to share, then I'd love to share it. Like, I've always loved talking and sharing. And he's always like, you have so much to share. I'm like, it's not enough. Imposter syndrome. It's not enough. I don't have enough experience with this. So experiences I have coming out of my ass. Hence why we call this unwrapped, because the layers just keep on coming off of life experiences and whatever. But I do love sharing. I love sharing the ups and downs and struggles and lessons and learnings that I've been through. Anyway, so watching him do his presentations and whatever, I was like, oh my gosh, I would love to do that.
So you're going to get into...
And so, like I've always said, I would love to do that. And I said to myself, I'd love to do that. I'd love to share. Like, if I need something to share though. And he's like... Anyway, so literally within days, one of the girls here on the coast, she messaged me and she's like, I'm running an event in collaboration with LSKD. Will you come and speak at the event? And I just went... And I straight away went, yeah, of course. And then afterwards I'm like,
shit.
What am I going to speak about? Like, she wants me to speak for 30 minutes. Like, I've got nothing to speak about.
You've got plenty to speak about.
Imposter syndrome.
Gosh.
So I am going to do it.
You what?
I'm going to do it.
I thought you said you're not going to do it. I was like, what are you... Whoa.
So I'm going to do it. Like, but yeah, it's that thing of like, I don't have enough to share. Like, I haven't...
Yeah.
But I know I do.
Yeah, you do. Yeah. I don't know, because I've never experienced that. I've always known I've had enough to share. So it's almost like a different like imposter. I think it was just more like, when like being on radio over 3 hours, you have something like 35 different talk breaks. That's 35 different fucking topics. And that means, and if you're spending 3 hours on air, 2 hours beforehand prepped, 3 hours after wrapping everything up for meeting, and then you have so many hours to go and live a life that's going to create so much content just for the next day when you're doing it Monday to Friday. So when you think, what the fuck am I going to talk about? That was a daily thing of what, but you'd be surprised that when you actually focus on the little things in life, that you actually have a lot to talk about. Yeah. And I do believe that, talking about something you're passionate about will always, it's endless. But don't be scared to write things down. Yeah. Before you know it, you will know exactly what it's like. That's freaking exciting though. But yeah, girl, I don't know how to get that. There's no way to get over the imposter syndrome. The only way, which I believe worked for the better for me, was I just became more truly, unapologetically, authentically myself. And that is the only way that I was able to get. I was like, I am just going to, live what I say and live what I say and live how I, whatever.
And be confident and content in who you are and who you're actually projecting.
Unapologetic.
And I guess that, I guess that's what I love about like us doing this too, like, and just be me. And I'm confident in who I am, and I'm content in who I am. I don't hide anything. I don't tell lies. I'm big on honesty. Big on doing as you say, like actions, words must align. And so I think that's definitely what I'm going on now when I'm speaking to people outside as well. I've always been like that, but shy in coming out and actually expressing myself or putting myself out there. Because I didn't think I deserved to be out there.
I think a lot of people do feel like that as well too. Like, why, what is it about me that's going to add value into this world if I share this, or how am I? But I think we're very much on the same page of resonating with people. You know that feeling when you're going through something, especially hard things, like tough situations, tough relationships, friendships, all that kind of thing. And then you talk to someone about it and they go, fuck, same. And then you resonate on the feelings, and then you realize that you're not alone in something. That is probably what got me through 15 years of radio. That feeling of not of that I could give comfort to someone by sharing all the shit that I've been through, going through, and dealing with, that there's someone listening, going, holy shit, I'm going through the exact same thing. And I would live for that. So, that feeling that you get from recognition of, oh my God, you're Kristy. It's the same feeling I got from when, if someone said to me, that story that you told on the radio about this situation, I went through the same thing, and the relief I felt in my chest from knowing that someone else, I'm so sorry you went through it, but that you went through it as well, you know, and I feel like you're exactly the same way, you know, it's why you're so honest and open about what you go through and why this journey is, you know, on a platform now like this of sharing your journey, because you want to help, you want people to resonate. You know, and that's a really beautiful thing. Like, a lot of people are fucking selfish and choose not to, or don't know how to, and won't do anything about it. But you want to.
I think it's a gift to share.
It absolutely
is. It really is a gift to yourself and a gift to others.
Yeah.
So
and I think you're around. I think that you're in now a different kind of space as to what you were a couple of months ago.
Oh, huge difference.
You know, you mentally, physically, emotionally, everything. I feel like you're even now more in a place where you're able to do that with so much clarity.
I feel free.
Girl, you look free.
Free
falling. No, I went the other way. I went different. And it's really good.
That's what you're saying, like that confidence and contentness in yourself and who you are and what you're doing, your environment, who you're friends with, who you're not friends with, and that sort of thing. When you really feel at ease of who you are, what you're doing, where you're going, that's when I think you can just open up and go, yep, this is me. This is, and I really feel like that now. And I guess that's probably why I'm actually starting to accept and take on recognition. But I think above and beyond taking others' recognition, it's recognizing yourself.
Yes.
Because if you rely on external recognition, you don't know whether you're going to get it or not. You know,
and it'll make you feel. Remember when you came back, you just felt like shit.
I felt like shit. I really did. I really felt like shit because I guess I thought like I was so proud and excited, but then you sort of like, well,
no one else is proud and excited. That's how I know.
And you know what? You know, some people that you thought that would be really like over the top proud of you, maybe, and if they don't show it, then you're like, oh, you know,
like you're doing like special, like people, like especially like people in the bodybuilding world that know, because I'm like the average Joe Blow will just go, oh, that's amazing, and that's kind of it. Well done.
But someone who really understands what you've gone through, what you've worked out, how hard it is, at what level of achievement that is. You know, so, but you can't rely on that external validation, recognition.
You
right?
can't.
You have to be, you know, so content and happy with yourself and know that you've done everything to lead up to it, and actually be proud of your own achievement. You know,
I do have to interject there because I was going to say something.
It's hard, but I think that recognition is really, really important. That's why I expressed before. If someone does something that you're proud of them, fucking tell them. Because it's so important. And being recognized is a motivator.
It is.
Receiving recognition. So even these last few weeks and the place that I'm at now, I receive recognition. I can see doors opening up. I'm so excited and I'm so freaking pumped to keep on going and push on. Right? And I want to get to that Olympia stage so badly. Yes, myself. But that recognition of course has helped fuel the fire.
I do just want to say that, because I'm like, don't take a lack of recognition as a downfall as well too, because it's like what I found in my years going through is, you know, a lot like, if I won an award or something for radio, and I'd be like, oh, I won this, like out of Australia, I won this award. And a lot of my friends were like, yeah, of course, because you're fucking great. Like, but so they didn't feel the need to say anything because they were like, they knew
so much belief in you.
Yeah. They were like, of course we knew that.
They knew that.
Yeah. Like, what? Like, I've got to now recognise you because you've got an award. I've seen what you've gone through. So there is, and I'm like, yeah, we'll just say fucking congratulations. Like, shit.
like you want that little bit.
So,
but that's so true.
It's too. That like, as well.
I think it was when I got back from Natural Olympia and won, and I came back, and the boys were like, so, yeah, nice to have you home, blah, blah, blah. And I was like, oh, like I won. Like even the kids, and they're like, well, yeah, we knew you were going to win. So I actually didn't, and it made me laugh.
Yeah.
Because they were my kids, it softened me. But
they just thought you were going over to collect your trophy and that was it. Like you were just going to get your get your cardboard and that was it.
Now we have a running joke of what they predict is going to happen.
Okay, yeah.
And I'm worried.
Yeah, I mean, oh gosh. Yeah.
But that's that prime example, right? They're like, well, yeah, we knew you were going to win.
Yeah.
So, like, they've already celebrated because they've watched you, exactly what you're saying, they've watched you go through the hardship, whatever. They're like, yeah, man, she's fucking got it in the bag.
Yeah.
Whereas we're like,
yeah.
Okay. Yeah. And they're going to get it. And you're like, you know, because you've put so much into it.
Yeah.
And it means so much to you. So, that's a good flip side to that, like that validation and recognition. It's not that they don't care or they're not proud of you. They know and they expected you to win because you've worked so fucking hard at it. Yeah,
they expected nothing else. Yeah. So it's kind of like, it's weird how the mind works. I'm like, you know, the only person that can't get away with it is my mum because I got off air one morning and got home and she's like, sounded really good this morning. She was listening to another radio station. She wasn't even listening to me. And I was like, why are you listening to such an FM? And she's like, aren't you on there? Yeah, this is someone who, she has kept me very humble. And to make it even worse, I actually think it was like an older station. Like at the time I was like 24, 25. So I'm like, it's just such a kick in the guts.
It was AM.
Yeah. It was a small town anyway, so it was like, oh gosh. But yeah, you know, parents, I think the people closest to you will keep you humble. The people that believe in you will definitely, you know, they're so it's, you know, but there's also jealousy as well too that people won't say. Congratulations.
If you're taking more spotlight than them.
It's jealousy. It can be that as well too. There's so many. But this is why it's, you know, important to kind of like, you know, acknowledge it when you're getting acknowledged, but not to let it affect you, which is fucking hard because it does hurt. We've got feelings, you know? Yeah. You know, so it is. But it, you know, it's about, well, whatever. But I feel like you're in a different space now. I don't feel like that's
I think it's
yeah.
Brush it off.
Oh gosh.
It's getting recognition, getting recognized, but self-recognition, that's the hard one. Yeah. Actually giving yourself recognition and saying, I freaking did achieve that. Yeah. I'm freaking proud of myself.
Yeah. Yes.
You know? Yeah. But I think, you know, you can say it, but actually voicing that's a whole nother ball game.
You have done the whole mirror thing though, right? Where you're like, I'm like looked in the mirror and like, I'm proud of you. You have fucking done it. Oh, you haven't?
No.
Okay.
You're a badass bitch.
You're going to take this bitch out. 100%. Oh my gosh. Yeah. Look at yourself in the mirror and tell yourself that. Like, everything that you are, you know, because essentially, you're saying it to yourself. You know what I mean? You're acknowledging yourself. You got to acknowledge yourself first.
One of the guys I'm training with at the moment, he's like, you have earned the right to be egotistic. You have earned the right to be cocky. Yeah. And he's like, I don't mean that in like a negative sense. I mean it as in you have worked your ass off. Yeah. You have achieved what you've achieved. Yeah. And you have earned the right to be in a position where you are proud of yourself. Yeah. Be proud of yourself. Yeah. And he's really been drilling that into me recently. And when I got my belt made from my sponsor, Harris, and it says like Kristy IFBB Pro, I actually didn't realise how gooey I'd get over it.
Oh, yeah.
And it's just a belt. But it's not just a belt. Do you know what I mean? Yeah. And fuck, I wear that thing with my chest high.
Yeah. Do you wear it around the house? I mean, like vacuuming with my belt on.
I would. Wear it for exercises, you don't even need a belt. But no, it's true. Like, I'm like, yeah. And even one of the other IFBB pros that I know, he said, before I went to London, he said, you turn pro and I'm going to buy you a Wolfpack bag. And this is a particular brand of bag, and it has like, it's sort of like I wouldn't say a status symbol, but a lot of IFBB pros have this brand and they have like the tags on it that say IFBB Pro and like Women's Physique Pro. Anyway. So like, and if you've seen it from a while away, you could see that like what status you were in.
You know what it is.
You know what it is, you know. Yeah. And I think that's what originally made the person in Sydney Airport stop me. They're like, like, oh my gosh, she's a pro. And then they're like, hang on a second, are you Kristy? Like, but things like that have, like, that recognition and little things, but I'm like, I did achieve this, you know?
And it's crazy.
You know, in the headspace and whatever that I was maybe 6 months ago, I don't know if I could have worn it. I don't know if I would have got that proud, gooey feeling that I've got. Like, and you know what I've been through the last 12 months or longer. But I don't think I would have been proud of myself to wear it.
Oh, I'm so glad you're in a different space. My gosh,
But, so that's self-recognition. And that, I think that's a self-recognition too. Wearing that, being proud of it and showing it off. It's not being egotistic. It's not being cocky. It's whatever. It's actually just going...
showing your achievements.
Achieved this.
I did this.
It's like putting the trophy on the wall in the gym. You know? Even that I struggled with. And I had some clients going, where's your posters? Where's your trophies? I was like, oh, like, you don't want to see me. And they're like, yes, we do. I think you said it, like, I love seeing the crowns up on the
everything.
thing, like all the tiaras and whatever. It's motivational. It's inspirational.
It is, so 100%.
Actually recognizing yourself as well inspires others to do and push further in whatever field they want to do, I think.
100%.
Because they see how much it changes you and brightens your day and makes you happy.
Yeah, absolutely. Look at you. I'm so happy for you. Just so happy.
I am actually really
this
happy.
This year has been a different year. It's been a different year.
It's been a complete turnaround
year
for me.
of the snake. Shed and shit.
I really feel like it has. I really feel like I've shed a skin.
Yeah. You're good. You needed to.
Maybe that's why my skin's so good.
Yeah. Sorry.
Don't have a baby.
I just got this really sharp pain. I'm laughing then.
Oh, gosh.
Oh my gosh. All right, we're going to wrap it up. I hope we got something from this one. I mean, this is one I could really like jump in on with the imposter syndrome. If you are someone who deals with it, just know that you're not the only one. I think the message behind it is to believe in yourself and be, you know, if you're feeling that imposter syndrome, just continue to be more and more authentically and unapologetically yourself. And it will dissipate and it will go and you'll just start living what you are, essentially. So enjoy the life lessons. I wish I'm so jealous of like...
I was thinking that before you can start to see the body changing already. And this is what Jules was saying, you will start to see in the podcast, just how the body is starting to change. That's exciting.
Yeah, it is exciting. You're going to see, you're going to get cut up. Skinny. And I'm just going to get bloody wider, bigger. Yeah. Bye.
Ready?